What?
It's time for the NBA. C2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Looking at the last game for the New York Knicks, it was a loss to the Kings in Sacramento. And so off the tip, it's New York. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Calderon is out there with the flow. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Porzingis in the force shot. Lillard. Got a hand on it. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. And that comes off the assist by Calderon.
Nice make for him as they get the scoring started.
Yeah, he gets it going, and who knows now, you know, it might be a really big night in store for him.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Hands it from downtown.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range, trading blows from behind the arc.
Hey guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as
you
how
gotta
his
be
draft
kidding
stock
me.
has changed.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Aflalo dishes to Anthony. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
And Lillard kicks to Davis. It's tipped. At the elbow, it's Lillard. The baseline J.
Certainly not the dream start they were hoping for, going 1 for 4 early.
Aflalo outside. And again, it's New York.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
For the Trailblazers, it's been a slow start here. Trailing by 4. To the right side. And here's McCollum for 3. Portland again missing. Aflalo right side. Here's Porzingis. He's guarded by Davis. Anthony can't hit.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
He dishes it to Calderon. On the wing of Aflalo. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
I guess even he has took this one of those once in a while.
Offensive rebound. And Plumlee kicks to McCollum. Lillard misses. The Knicks with the lead. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Lillard with it. Now guarded by Aflalo. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's McCollum. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and it'll go to the line.
Hey guys, C.J. McCollum is a scoring-minded combo guard out of Lehigh. Was taken with the 10th pick back in 2013 and still looking to make a big impact in the NBA.
And so McCollum nails both of them. While McCollum has struggled with injury, he's broken a bone in each of the last 3 seasons dating back to college at Lehigh.
Yeah, and if he can stay healthy, I think he's got a bright future. He had a broken finger last season, and he broke his foot twice in the seasons prior, Kevin, just to embellish the injury situation. But he's got some ability.
Trailblazers trailed by 3. Lillard again. It's the Aflalo. And there's the pass to Crabbe. 6 on the shot clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And here's McCollum for 3. Got a piece of it. The Knicks leading by 3. Anthony kicks to Calderon. Pass to Lopez. Power down with both hands.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Here is Davis.
No, oh, come on. That's good D.
One thing about Davis, guys, he has the physical tools to succeed. The agility of a gazelle and the wingspan of a condor or pterodactyl.
You know, Greg, getting back to Ed Davis, his abilities go beyond physical attributes, strong intangibles. Roy Williams always used to talk about him like this: high basketball IQ.
Yeah, second-generation NBA player. His father, Terry, played a long time. He's humble, he's hungry, and motivated. So a lot of key characteristics, I think, in the success of most players he displays here early in his career.
Lillard attacking. It's deflected. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. The Knicks leading by 5. Calderon passes to Aflalo. Lopez a screen. Here's Porzingis. And Davis pulls it down.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Kicks it to McCollum. Passes to Lillard. Plumlee sets the pick for Lillard. They need this one. Lopez with the block. They retain possession. Crab, no good. The Knicks have gone 6 of 12.
Nasty.
Get.
Well, I know what highlight we're leading the post-game show with, that's for sure.
He is gone, man. He's gone.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark? Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
This one for 3. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Trailblazers trail by 8. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Lillard dishes to McCollum.
Come on.
Free throws now for him. It's going to be on Jose Calderon. The Trailblazers have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
Longley's check in for Portland. Portland was just fantastic at home last season. We expect that, though, of this team, Drake. 32-9. It was packed each game.
And Kevin, of that 32 win mark, how about that was the 4th best in the entire league. You don't win your division without winning at home, and Portland definitely took care of business.
Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for McCollum.
Well, I tell you what, it seems as though Portland is always good at home. It was 2007 when they last had a losing record in this building. Even when they're down overall, they're always tough at home.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And unfortunately, guys, for Portland, they didn't have home court advantage in the playoffs. As great as they were at home all year, it could have made a big difference for them in the postseason.
Outside Anthony. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Anthony. 6 to shoot. That's good. Anthony's got 9 points.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Here's Crab. The shot no good. Now the Knicks take it the other way.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Lopez a screen. Anthony kicks to Aflalo. Anthony's shot is off.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And stolen by Aflalo. Here's Porzingis. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, we usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Here's Lillard. 5 points in the game. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Knicks?
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Feeds it to Vonleh.
What am I doing?
Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard's one of the game's best passers right now.
Calderon kicks to Anthony. Afflalo the pass to Anthony. And Afflalo wide open. He shoots. Misses the jumper. Lillard dishes to Vonleh. Lillard again. It's Calderon. Lillard attacking. And it's blocked.
He just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics. At least as I look at it. Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Lock at 6. Shot on the wing. And it's sent back by Lopez. Calderon with it. The pass to Porzingis. Lillard again.
Oh my God.
Off target at the rim. Trailblazers trailed by 9. Portland again missing.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period. For Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him. But with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
Pass to Porzingis. New York moving it around. Fires the 3. Henderson pulls it in.
Even though he missed that 3-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
The feed to Lillard. 5 to shoot. The dish to Henderson. He kicks to Vonleh.
Come on, that's a bad shit. Come on.
Sinking right through off the back iron.
Oh my goodness, them chucks.
Calderon passes to Afflalo. A 3-ball. That's good. Afflalo's got his second bucket tonight.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Lillard attacking. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
The Knicks leading by 8. Calderon kicks to Anthony. They set the pick. And it's Noah Vonleh with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Good if it goes.
I don't want to do that.
And that does it for the first quarter. Knicks lead by 8. from Portland. We're back in a moment.
Not a good first quarter, not a bad first quarter. He's kind of suspect.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
They've got Vonleh. C.J. McCollum out there with Henderson. Then there's Al Farouk Aminu. And it's Leonard in the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Galloway kicks to Thomas. Got a piece of it. Tries to save it. Trailblazers trailed by 8. Now here's McCollum. He feeds it to Leonard. And he misses his first shot.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
That one's
oh, it's a steal, man. Come on.
8 points with the bucket from Henderson.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of.
Grant dishes to Thomas. Kicks it to O'Quinn. Back to Thomas. The 10-footer. Portland grabs the miss. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Now here's McCollum. He's covered by Grant. McCollum passes to Leonard. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Williams.
And Myers Leonard at 7'1", an interesting combination of size, athleticism, and shooting touch. Really likes to play on the perimeter.
At the line for 2. And Leonard likes to run, jump, and shoot more than bang inside, I think, Clark.
Well, you know, Kevin, you like that he has that ability to go outside, but with his size, it would be most valuable, I think, if he also embraces throwing his weight around in the paint area.
Agreed. Galloway kicks to Williams. Dishes to O'Quinn. Back to Williams. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. And the Knicks lead by 8. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. They set the pick. Henderson, no one around him. Portland again missing.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
McCollum dishes to Vonleh. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And guys, Myers Leonard really showing signs of progress in last season. Huge steps forward for the big man.
And you know, progress is all about confidence with young players. I mean, his shooting percentages were remarkable when you look at the fact that 50, 40, 90, 50%, 40%, 90% for a 7-footer, unheard of, and he's in that neighborhood.
And he's good on the second.
You know, I think Myers Leonard really finding his niche as a stretch big man. And I think with his size and athleticism, the Blazers had envisioned him making his mark in the paint. But the way he's shooting, though, that they're not going to complain nor try to limit his impact on the game.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And you know, his teammates, Leonard's teammates encouraged him to just let it fly. So much of the NBA game is confidence. And he's having success putting the ball in the basket. And I think he has a chance to be a very good player.
Well, Clark, what can you say about the Knicks last season? They had a lot of trouble on their road trips, among other things.
Well, especially on the road. I mean, only managed to get 7 road wins on the season, Kevin.
And for the Knicks last season, they actually shot decently on the road. They just didn't play any defense, and that's kind of what did them in.
Passes it to McCollum. He dishes it to Aminu. Williams with the steal. It's deflected. It's stolen by Aminu. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Well, you know, going back to the Knicks on the road, they just forgot to defend the three-point shot. I mean, they had the worst three-point field goal percentage defense, with their opponents making 40% of their threes against them. That was the worst in the league.
4 on the clock. Williams passes to Grant on the wing, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's McCollum. Six on the shot clock. Out left to the wing. Here's Aminu. Here's Vonleh. Williams with the block. McCollum kicks to Leonard. Pass to Henderson. Here's Aminu. From outside, off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think
Come on.
And that's why he missed.
Henderson dishes to Vonleh. Vonleh setting the pick for McCollum. It's Henderson on the wing. And with that one.
That's a bad shot.
Henderson's got his second basket. Grant outside. There's a good screen. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That'll be his second foul of the game.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. But as long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
And so here is New York. They've held a 12-point lead early. Down low. Here's O'Quinn.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And that one falls for O'Quinn. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Porzingis, he's checked in for Derek Williams. Anthony comes in for Lance Thomas. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Langston Galloway. And it's Calderon in for Grant. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And for the past few seasons, Portland's bench has really been their Achilles heel. I mean, last year they showed some improvement. The reserves play stole a game for them on more than one occasion, but still wouldn't be considered a strength.
Yo, this nigga
It's
getting
blocked. Here's McCollum. It's rebounded by Porzingis. The Knicks leading by 10. Feeds it to Calderon. To the paint. By McCollum. And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it.
Man, I had enough. Freaking missed him. Whoa. I don't do that.
Got 6 points. And for Portland, the bench still wasn't leaned on heavily for minutes. Greg was just talking about that, but they were in the top 5, Clark, in scoring efficiency, and they shot 45% from the floor on the year.
And what was a weakness for them in 14 was a strength for them in 15. And actually, they were their best down the stretch of last season.
McCollum passes to Leonard. The dish to McCollum. Offline with his 3.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very...
Matt, what are you doing?
The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
The pass to Porzingis. A kick out to Aflalo. New York moving it around. And it's Noah Vonleh with the foul.
I think just reaching.
That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Myers Leonard. Davis comes in for Vonleh. Alan Crabb, he's checked in for Al Farouk Aminu. And Lillard subbed in for Gerald Henderson.
That's exactly why you don't leave your feet until the shooter elevates. He went for that pump fake, hook, line, and sinker.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum.
Gerald Henderson. Timeout, Knicks.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on as the season grew older, more and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
For the Knicks, losing a lot of nationally televised games, too. It seemed like every time they were on, they were losing. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
Well, I hope they look at it in a positive vein. It did give them a chance to focus on player development there in New York. Also allowed them to shut down Melo for the season.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Aminu's checked in. The Knicks also changing it up. Lopez comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Williams in for Porzingis. Here's Anthony. Finishes the break with a slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And he takes it right at the man who just scored on him.
That's the way to answer back with an in-your-face stuff.
Guys, some pride bubbling up right there. He wasn't about to be outshone.
Here's Williams, and it comes off the front of the rim.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances.
Oh, come
Tell you
on.
what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
And Aflalo kicks to Anthony. Lopez a screen. Aflalo dishes to Anthony. Down low.
No.
Only with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Crabb kicks to Lillard. To the wing on the left. Pass to Aminu. Shot off the pick. Lands.
He don't have that in his game. He's not a mid-range shooter.
His second bucket of the game to go.
Come on.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Knocked away. Back to Anthony. It's Williams with the drive. And he gets it to go.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there. Beautiful.
Here is Lillard. 10 points for him. And there's the feed to Crabb. Back to Lillard from downtown.
Oh, man. I'm not thinking he's going to hit the...
Lillard's got 13.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play.
Calderon passes to Aflalo. .136 left now here in the second. Shot clock at 6. Deep 2 from Anthony. And again, it's New York. Trailblazers trailed by 7. Kicks the ball.
Come on.
The dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Up high and down hard with the one hand.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
It's Anthony with the drive.
It's hard to believe this, but Carmelo feels as if he's been underrated as a superstar to this point in his career. And I'm sure there are a lot of conflicting opinions on that topic.
And the first one drops.
What a great game for Anthony in this one. He's got 16 points, and there's a nice number in his assist column as well.
It really has been, Clark. He's created a lot of open looks for his teammates. Very unselfish play from him today.
So Anthony nails both of them.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Lillard attacking. Lopez with the block. And they'll keep possession. Dishes to Lillard. Davis sets a screen. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. The Knicks leading by 7.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
And Lillard kicks to Crabbe. Back to Lillard. He feeds it to Crabbe. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 4 assists now tonight.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now. Not the guy you want to send to the line, Kevin.
The Knicks shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. First one falls for them. And Calderon drops them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
I mean, he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
The Trailblazers have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. The first one falls.
And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today. And unfortunately, it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot.
Both shots good from the stripe. Launches it. No good on that last second attempt there. And that concludes the first half. It's the Knicks. They're up by 6. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break and halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, how about all of the assists he's had already in the first half? Got his team a lot of easy baskets.
He's got great vision, Greg, and he's not afraid to get rid of it early. That's what makes him such a great passer. He doesn't hold on to that thing. He finds the open guy right away.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
And New York looking at who they've got. Anthony is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Robin Lopez. Then there's Calderon. And it's a Flalo in the shooting guard position.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
And
Oh, that's a bad shot, man.
Plumlee's got his second basket of the night.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Biting on every pump fake isn't going to get it done.
Porzingis passes to a Flalo. Passes it to Porzingis. Lock at 6. Good. Porzingis has got 9.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
McCollum kicks to Davis. That's tipped. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Anthony leading the charge.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Davis sets a screen. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Porzingis passes to Lopez. Here's Porzingis. He's guarded by Davis. Flalo dishes to Anthony.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
As magical as the 2014 playoffs were for the Blazers, remember they beat Houston in that first round, that great shot by Lillard late to win it and move on. 2015, not as much. You know, Greg, they drew a very tough Memphis team, as you recall, in the first round.
Yeah, you often talk about styles making fights. Very similar in this series. They were going to drop the first 3 games before being bounced, but still a good showing for a team that struggled mightily down the stretch with injuries.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And, you know, just as you said, Portland didn't have enough to get by the Grizzlies in the first round. Ended up losing in 5 after taking 1 game, and that was game 4. Just had a hard time breaking down the Memphis defense.
Now, another loss for the Blazers when they were the 4 seed, as you mentioned. As a franchise, they have lost in the first round every time they have ended up as the 4 seed. Not exactly a good position for them to be in.
Well, nobody said, Greg, being in the NBA was for the faint of heart. The Knicks in a few short years have gone from a playoff team, unfortunately, to the worst team in the NBA.
Hard to fathom, Kevin, that the Knicks did enter last season with playoff aspirations, but that quickly vanished. They were just completely overmatched and overwhelmed. Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really, as close as you can get to an and 1 right there. He almost had it.
The free throw drops for a Flalo.
You know, the Knicks made the playoffs every season between 1988 and 2001. It's kind of strange now to see the Knicks struggle to get into the playoffs so often. Only 3 trips in the playoffs the last 10 seasons.
Plumlee with the screen. Lillard from outside. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And Anthony sends it back. Calderon has the open look. Pass to Porzingis. Here's the 3. That's good. He's 5 for 9. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long. And listen, the pressure is always on the Knicks to make the playoffs just because of where the team is. Being in New York can have its advantages, but it comes with expectations that your team will be in the postseason.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And Plumlee kicks to McCollum. To the left side wing. Here's Davis. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
New York leading by 20. Calderon passes to Carmelo. He kicks it to Lopez. He dishes it to Calderon. Shot clock at 5. Lopez, a screen on Lillard. Calderon, a good look. Kept alive by New York. To the inside. Afflalo, no good.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And there's the foul. It's on Aaron Afflalo. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Here's McCollum. 8 points for him. Davis sets a screen. Over to the left wing. Crab dishes to Davis. Inside. Here's Plumlee. Oh, that's blocked. And they're able to recover. McCollum, no good.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
And Lillard kicks to Davis. On the money with the shot from the left block. Davis has got his second bucket of the game to go. New York leading by 20.
Tell you what, man, it looks as though the light has officially gone on for Ed Davis. I mean, he drifted around a bit over his first 5 seasons, but he made real strides last year.
Clock at 6. The open shot of Afflalo. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 6 assists in the game. And Lillard kicks to Crab. Makes it off the glass.
What? This thing going through me?
Crab's got 10.
Ugh, come on.
Going back to Ed Davis, his rebounds, field goal percentage were way up last year. He's finally developed the strength to anchor inside, and Greg, the skill set to convert scoring opportunities as well.
And Kevin, you can see his confidence growing. He just needs to keep at it to reach his full potential.
Here's Anthony. Elbow shot. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Now Lillard. He's got 15. Left side, Davis. Feeds it to Crab.
Yo, why am I?
For the fifth time in
I
10
get
shots for him
stuck.
this game.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Calderon passes to Afflalo. Outside Anthony. Back to Afflalo. To the inside. Out to Anthony. From outside, off the mark.
He's still looking for his first 3-pointer of the second half after making just 1 in the first.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Calderon for 3. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got assist number 7 for him tonight. And Lillard gets double teamed. The dish to McCollum. Inside. Here's Crab. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Listen, the Knicks had a hard time scoring last year. Just lacked any real presence in the paint, and lacking that paint threat makes things easier for the opposing defense.
2 shots.
You know, at the Knicks, they were second to last in field goal percentage from their front court. Granted, they were hit by injuries. It seemed like all over the place all season.
Yeah, you know, with that poor field goal percentage shooting and being top 3 in field goal attempts on the year, not a good combination.
And that one misses. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Plumlee. Noah Vonleh comes in for Davis. Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Tim Frazier subbed in for Lillard. And he sinks the second. New York leading by 22. And the pass to Galloway. Here's Anthony. He's got 27. Shot on the wing. It's hauled in by Frazier.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
That's good from Crabbe. New York's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Pass to Porzingis. The feed to Carmelo. 3-pointer. Henderson pulls it in. Trailblazers trailed by 19. There's a screen. Kicks it to Vonleh. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Crabbe. He's got 16. Here's Henderson. Frazier against Grant. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. So for the Knicks, Williams comes in for Porzingis, and it's Lance Thomas in for Carmelo Anthony. Grant against Frazier. Grant dishes to O'Quinn. Williams with a clean look. New York, no good that time either. Here's Henderson. Shot is off. So New York will take it the other way. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. .133 left in the third. Here's O'Quinn.
Really?
And the rejection by Leonard. Frazier kicks to Anderson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And with Gerald Henderson Jr., what you see is what you get. A solid player, good athleticism, but he doesn't really specialize, Clark, in any one thing.
Well said, Kevin. Right on the mark with that. He came into the league as a jack-of-all-trades kind of guy. Skills were somewhat unrefined, and that's sort of where he is today. He is who he is.
All free throws good from Henderson.
And going back to Henderson, he has the raw tools and intelligence to be a good scorer, but limited range and ball handling skills have put a cap on his development. Plus, he kind of lacks a go-to scorer's mentality.
And Williams, here we go. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
And, of course, Gerald Henderson Jr.'s dad was a solid NBA player in his own right. Never made an all-star team, but was a 3-time NBA champion. And ultimately, that's what counts.
Taking 2 shots.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Portland. 58 seconds left to play here in the third. dishes it to Henderson. Frazier right side. Portland no good that time either.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Williams can't hit. Trailblazers trailed by 19. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Henderson kicks to Leonard. Here's Aminu. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Good if it goes. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult. Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a loss to the Suns. Myers Leonard is out there with Von. Then there's Frazier. Then it's Henderson. And it's Aminu in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Williams kicks to O'Quinn. He feeds it to Galloway. And that one hits back iron. So it's Portland now. 19-point game. Here's Aminu. And it's off from 3-point range. Grant with the ball. Al-Farouq Aminu covering. Williams passes to Grant. New York moving the ball around. Back to Thomas. Fires the 3. And yes, sir, that one drops. Thomas got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Knicks. Frazier kicks to Aminu. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
The Knicks leading by 22. Grant dishes to Williams. Grant the pass to O'Quinn.
You know, another point of contention between every NBA fan is whether or not the age restriction is a good thing. Some want it increased, others want it gone altogether. You know, for me, it's a matter of whether or not you as a team feel that that player can make an impact on your roster.
Henderson kicks to Vonleh. Just 5 to shoot. Knocks it loose. And pushing it up. Here's New York. And it's denied. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
3 points.
And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Here's O'Quinn. Second shot opportunity. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Trailblazers.
The first free throw is good.
At the line.
And there are arguments, Clark, on both sides for the NBA and the age restriction it has currently right now. Having one seems to have helped the level of play overall, but I think there's some improvements that can be made.
Yeah, with the D-League coming into its own, though, Kevin, the discussion has opened up again. NBA teams used to not have a place for high school players. The D-League could serve in that regard now, but having a restriction is something that I think has helped the NBA. I actually would like to see it be 20 years old.
Me too. Frazier against Grant. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Leonard. Trailblazers trailed by 20. Aminu with it. Now Thomas defending. Henderson against Grant. Over to the wing. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
New York leading by 20. Galloway kicks to Williams. Passes it to O'Quinn. He dishes it to Galloway.
Why?
And it's out of
Derek
bounds.
Williams, baby.
Retain possession.
Man, he's open.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Plumlee is checked in for Myers-Leonard. Davis comes in for Vonleh. McCollum's checked in for Gerald Henderson. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Frazier. Clock at 2. Williams. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. That's good.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Galloway kicks to Grant. Davis against Williams. Galloway, the pass to Williams. And off the front iron, and in it goes. And the Knicks lead by 20.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. For New York, they've gone just 2 of 8 in this 4th quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. To the paint. Outside Thomas. To the paint. Here's Grant. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Aminu's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Out left to the wing.
Well, there were a few complaints last season
What?
about the playoff seeding.
What type of
Most notably in
continuation?
the Western Conference. Portland was the 4th seed for winning their division, but without that division win, would have been the 6th seed.
That free throw good from Aminu.
And what a tremendous game for Aminu. He has 9 points and also 3 steals. He's had great awareness out there, exploiting those passing lanes and coming up with steals.
And Clark, it's as if he's been a step ahead of everyone else out there today.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Alan Crabb, he's checked in for Portland. A different look for New York. Anthony kicks to Aflalo. To the middle. Calderon dishes to Aflalo. And that comes off the assist by Calderon. 15 points for Aaron Aflalo. Into the playoffs last year with Portland being a division winner but getting that 4th seed, that played a huge role in this conversation about playoff seeding structure. San Antonio would end up playing the Clippers in the 1st round, even though both had better records than the Blazers.
Kevin, no doubt it's a tricky situation. Listen, you reward teams for winning their division, but every so often it comes at the expense of several other teams like it did last year who just play in stronger divisions. So I think that's something that the league is going to have to look at moving forward. Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Pass to Crabb. Here's the screen. That's a 2 from Lillard. Off the left rim and out.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
And there's a foul called on Alan Crabb. That's his first foul. On the wing of Flello. He is guarded by McCollum. Calderon kicks to him. It's stolen by Aminu.
And he was camped in just the right spot to swipe that pass away down low. Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Porzingis passes to Calderon. Here's the screen. 6 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. And it's good. 18 points for Aaron Aflalo.
First three of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Lillard dishes to Plumlee. He kicks it to McCollum. And stolen by Aflalo. And now Aflalo pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
The three from McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got assist number 7 for him tonight. The Knicks leading by 19. Here's Porzingis. Feeds to Calderon. And stolen by Lillard. Here's Aminu. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there. Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Lillard misses.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert, because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. Calderon.
What the heck?
6 on the shot clock. Aflalo left side. And it's Portland with the rebound. Aminu's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And then Lillard slams it in.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
And there's the pass to Porzingis. Kept alive by New York. Tries again. And it's Lopez laying it in.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
Outside Anthony. From about 19 feet. The shot's good from Lopez. Trailblazers trailed by 19. There's the dish to Plumlee. Pass to Crabbe. Back to Plumlee. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Mason Plumlee will really put it on you. Tough, hard-nosed player, has the size to bang and the athleticism, GA, to run the court.
And it's interesting, Kevin. His game translated better as a professional than maybe as a collegiate. I mean, he's a guy that's a lunch pail kind of player. Rolls up his sleeves, focuses in, and willing to do the dirty work.
Excellent point about the comparison college to pro. I think you're right on.
And, you know, back to Plumlee, he showed steady improvement last season, improved statistically in just about every category over his rookie year. He could become a little less mechanical with his post game. I think he could even go higher.
Anthony sets the pick for Aflalo. And it's Anthony, top of the key. The shot, no good.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
And the numbers back it up, Greg. I mean, he's brought his hard hat and mean mentality to the glass with him today.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Here's Grant. No good. Plumlee with some nice D.
You know, one thing about Plumlee, going back, he's been a tremendous rebounder. He can shoot over 60% from the field for you. However, he was a terrible free throw shooter last season, under 50%, which caused at least a couple teams to employ a little hack-a-Mason strategy.
And he knocks down the first one.
course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
And he gets the bucket.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Knicks.
Agreed, Steve. And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. Clark, I think that was a big part of their success.
I love the way they scored fast break points tonight here. It was a key factor in coming out on top.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers for Carmelo Anthony. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And this run not really doing them any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Yeah, but kudos to him, Greg. I mean, the fight they're showing now, you got to give them credit for that. Would have been really easy to pack it in.
And Portland has possession. They trail by 16. O'Quinn. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed to them.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.
First and third quarter. Got what, 4 games left?